Good morning, everyone. November 18th, 2023. Wow. Next week's Thanksgiving.
Time goes fast.
Vaccine reaction. Another fallout from vaccine shots. Please be careful that you pay attention to possible side effects of the vaccine shot. This happened yesterday and is an important lesson for our age group. A friend of mine just had a second dose of the vaccine at the vaccine center. Afterwards, he began to have blurred vision on the way home. When he got home, he called the vaccination center for advice and to ask if he should go to see the doctor or the hospital. He was told not to go to the doctor or the hospital, just return to the vaccine center and pick up his eyeglasses.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
Uh-huh. Today is question day. I'll get started with some I received on the internet. Let's see. My iPad does not do any more updates. In other words, your iPad, I forget what, has reached a point in age where they no longer can update it because of the features that are being added. And the question is, if I get a new iPad, how can I donate it to the refurb project, but have it reset? That wasn't the question, but I want to throw that plug in there. And so what I'll do is I'll switch my screen. Everybody see that? And is
Yes.
everybody's
Yes.
picture in the wet? Everybody see?
Yes. Yes.
I'm doing it on my iPad. It's how to reset. In other words, when you get, I have a story about this. I work at the refurb shop, as many of you know, and I'm in charge of resetting or taking care of all the donated iPhones, iPads, tablets, and smartphones. And what happens is I get one in and I can't. The people have not reset it, and so I reset it before I would ever give it out. Many times they're locked, and we end up throwing them away. I got one in the other day. It was an iPad Pro, one of the newer models. And I said, oh boy, we'll be able to give out a really nice iPad. But it wasn't reset. And I went to reset it and it was locked. So I ended up having to throw it away. It's a crime. So what you should do if you get rid of your device, the first thing you do is let me go through the whole process. You're getting a new one. Let's say it's a phone. Okay. And you go to settings. Before you get rid of the old phone, you would go here and up here. I'm sorry, I'm not showing you. You go to settings, you tap your name at the top, and then you go to iCloud.
But Bill, your name's already at the top in settings.
I'm sorry, let me go back. I'm back here. That's in settings. You tap your name up at the top there. And then you tap iCloud. You scroll down a little bit and you see where it says iCloud backup. You tap that and then you tap backup now. And that puts all your data from this device in the iCloud. So when you get your new device, One of the ways you can update your new device to what your old, all the applications and everything that was on your old machine, as you're bringing it up, it'll say, do you want to go to the iCloud and do that? You say yes, and you put in your Apple ID and password, and voila. Everything that was on your old device is on your new one. And then you want to donate your or exchange your phone, one or the other, right? Again, you go to settings. This is what the question really was. You go to settings, general. You scroll down to the bottom of the general menu, and it says transfer or reset your device. Mine says iPhone. Now, don't go too far here. And it says down there at the bottom, erase all contents and settings. And that's what you would do. And then you'd follow the prompts after that. And I think there's one or two more. Are you sure you want to do this? Is what it says, kind of thing. I just don't want to go there.
Bill,
Okay, everyone?
Bill, if
Yes.
you go to the store because they're going to do it for you, they do it for you. Is it better for you to do it, or is it better to let the store people do it?
Doesn't matter. Works the same way.
Well, mine says transfer or reset. Is that the same thing?
Yeah. And you would
Yeah,
tap
okay.
reset. You don't want to do
Yeah,
that. They changed it in the last
Yeah.
few operating system updates. See what it says on the iPad. If I go to the iPad, go to General, scroll to the bottom. There it is, transfer or reset. I tap that, and then it says erase all content and settings
right.
or reset.
Mhm.
Okay.
What's the difference in reset or erase all contents and settings?
I don't know. I was gonna try that. If I tap reset, what's it say? Reset all settings, reset network settings, reset services, reset keyboard dictionary. So there's a bunch of different resets that doesn't completely eradicate your system.
What is the difference, Bill, between all settings and network settings?
I think the network settings would be Wi-Fi, for example, and all your connections and passwords to get into various internet,
Well, then
I
you would
believe.
want that. Then you would want that, and wouldn't you want all settings as well?
Depends on what you're doing. Okay. I never go there. I've never used any of those. When I get rid of my phone, I do the reset all contents and settings. There must be a reason why people want to be able to do reset home screen layouts.
Yeah.
One of the tips I wanted to show you since we're there, I'm in settings. So go ahead and hit the back arrow on your phones. So you have settings at the top and tap your name. And Apple has this wonderful one, I think, wonderful thing where if you bought subscriptions for particular applications or something like that on your phone or your iPad, you can go here, and I'm going to tap it, and it shows you the different subscriptions you have. For example, I have a subscriptions to Apple TV, and I have a yearly, and I have a subscription to Paramount Plus. and that's the monthly charge. I used to have Disney Plus, Apple News, Apple Music. There are other options there. But if I wanted to cancel any one of those subscriptions, you tap it and you can say cancel, right? And it's wonderful. So that's what happened with, for example, Apple News. I found I wasn't using it that much. And right, I canceled it. Now you can tap it and renew it. But you get the idea there. They made it really simple working with subscriptions.
Now, where was this bill?
I went to settings,
Okay,
major menu and settings. I tapped my name at the top. And the first grouping there that starts with
Oh,
personal
okay.
information says subscriptions.
I don't have any.
Also, as in a, for some reason I'm coming through oddly, as in this, for the gentleman who had trouble getting human, there's a website called Get Human, and I just put the information in the chat. It works mostly it works, sometimes it doesn't, but, go there and put the company in and they'll tell you how to reach a real person.
Bill, it's
Yes.
Ann. I have another one. When I went to subscriptions, I find out that I have Water Tracker, which I never knew I had, and it's $7.49 a year, which I never knew I paid. And I just noticed that it is due up again July 11th of 2024.
You can cancel it right now if you want.
Yeah, but then I don't get my money back.
Well, that's okay. At least you won't go over they won't automatically reinitiate it.
Oh,
I'm not
there's-
sure. Okay.
well, why would they automatically reinitiate it when
Many of them are that way. Depends on how you set it up.
I didn't even get asked for it?
That's
They
why I'm
never set
suggesting
it up.
you cancel.
What
That's why
is
I'm suggesting you cancel it right now.
Okay.
what is Water Tracker? Is that what you said? Is that what
Uh-huh. Water Tracker tells me when I need to drink water.
Okay, all right.
Yes, and it says if you confirm and end your subscription now, you can still access it until July 11th, 2024.
There you go. That works.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I have probably what is a quick question. I was trying to get to my settings and somehow they disappeared from my dock. And how do I put my settings back on my dock? And secondly, somehow I made my dock very little and can barely see it. So how do I increase the size of that dock?
Are we talking about the iPhone or iPad?
Um, the the Mac, just the computer.
The iPad or the iPhone? You're talking about your Mac?
No, yes.
I don't know about the Mac that much, and I don't have something I can show you.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
But it should be the same technique. You can move the apps on and off, probably by right clicking on them.
Okay.
But I don't use the Mac enough to know how to work.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Mhm. One of the questions I was asked, I'm muting everybody, so be sure to turn on your microphone when you want to ask something. Another question I was asked over the week by an email was app prices. And if you go to the App Store, and that's this guy right here, and it comes up at the bottom there, it says today, games, apps, arcade, and search. I'm going to go ahead and click on apps, just so you see a general listing of all the apps. And how you work with this particular information here, each app lets you know with this little grayed area its particular situation for you. I have app watch, listen, and stream on YouTube, and it says update. That means that app is on my machine, but it should be updated. If it says get, that means the app is free. And then there's some fine print under that, there may be, and it says in-app purchases. One of two things exist on that app. One, the app works fine, and you can keep getting interrupted by advertisements for other apps for in-app purchases. The other is you have to buy to get additional function or additional features. Let me think of the app that I've got. And this happens to, I'm playing a game called 4 Pictures, 1 Word, and I accumulate coins as I figure out the answer to questions. If I run out of coins, well, I use the coins to give me hints. If I run out of coins, I have to buy more coins, and that's an in-app purchase. If you're using a particular application, and this one says GoodNotes 6, some of the features of that app may not be available unless you pay a fee. Could be a subscription fee. So that's what in-app purchases is all about. Okay, if we go down here, we look at some others. Oh, if there's one that has this arrow on it, this little cloud with an arrow coming down, that indicates that I have purchased this, like Audible app. I have purchased it or downloaded it. Apple uses the word purchase even though the app is free. So I have downloaded this app and then I removed it from my device. And it's telling me you can go ahead and get it again. There's no charge or anything. It's in the cloud and you can download it on your device. If the word open is on the app, that means you have it on your device and you could actually open it from here instead of going back to your home screen and figuring out where the app is and opening it. Oh, man. And then there's apps like Procreate, Sketch, Paint, and Create. It's $12.99. And I believe that's a one-time charge. Teach Your Monster to Read. It's $8.99. So you get the different prices that are on apps.
Bill,
Yes, go ahead.
there's one that's called Cleaner Kit Clean Up Storage, Fast Cleanup of iPhone. Shoo, doesn't that sound good?
Oh, being that you should do it, you're on a different technique. I'm sure it works fine. I'm not, what's it called again? Now, she gave me the name of an app. It's called Search. I'll go to search. And what's the name of it, Ann?
Cleaner Kit.
Cleaner Kit.
KIT.
One word or two?
Sorry, 2 words.
Okay. There's Cleaner Kit. Let's see what it says. Clean up storage. Let's see what it does. Now, if you're in the App Store, you can go and get some information about it. Right? For example, it's rated really well, little over 4.4 bars. Tells you the age group, it's a utility. So there's a lot of information right here at the top. It's in English. It's kind of a small app. Embarking a new journey to help you iPad in perfect order. The app has changed its name to Cleaner Kit. Tired of similar pictures on your phone? Need free up some space? Apparently goes and finds duplicate pictures as one of its features.
Well, it doesn't say what it costs when you look at it from here.
Well, right, but it does say in-app purchases, right?
But you said they all say purchases,
No,
free or not.
no. Some of them don't have that terminology underneath. See where it says in-app purchases, right here. Here's one.
I'm looking on the phone.
Mr. Super Cleaner is Get. So that one looks like it's free. Okay, so that's the difference between them.
For some reason, mine are different. But I'm on the phone.
Okay, yeah, there could be a different set there.
If the word get is there, it'll be free to download. They may
Right,
try to get more money out of you, but it's free to download.
correct.
So, but I'm not
Say-
understanding this. You get the Cleaner Kit cleanup storage for free, and it has all of these things that are underneath the 4.4 and the 4 plus and the number 32, which were at the top. Then they have all of these opportunities. One tap smart cleaning, merge duplicate contacts, compress videos, test your correct. Test your correction speed, hide photos and contacts, back up your phone book, battery charging, something, animation. That's what's on the iPhone.
That's why I've got it up here. And
Okay, so if are you getting all of those things?
all those features are there. I don't know when it says in-app purchases, there may be some kind of a limit. Okay, so I'm not sure for that particular app what in-app purchases means, but I'm sure it will be some kind of limited function, kind of as we'll get it to work fully for you if you buy the whole thing. I like the duplicate picture, but I think Apple has a way of doing that. Nobody sent me that question.
Bill,
Hey-
I have another
hey, Bill.
question. My
Bill,
friend who is here, she's trying to
a
get
minute.
into my Wi-Fi. And we
Just a
did it before, and she needed my code and it didn't work. And it said, put your instrument near another one that's on. And we're doing that, but she's not getting in. She has a iPad, what is it? What's your iPad?
I don't know, this iPad's like 8 years old. I
Oh.
just have already.
That's probably the problem. The iPad age doesn't have that feature.
Ah,
He has to
Oh,
put it.
maybe you did it with your phone then.
okay, the phone.
Thank
my
you.
phone- But I'm having the same thing with my phone.
Hey, Bill.
It's not coming up.
Hey, Bill, are you there? Yeah.
Yep, I'm here.
Could you check to see if the photos has a feature within it to eliminate duplicate pictures?
Network, no.
Sure.
Thank you.
You were on before. Yeah.
Any more, do I have any additional questions about the App Store?
Bill, there's something in chat and I missed it and I can't pull it up. Perhaps you can?
I can. I can find my chat.
It's from Ralph.
I have to ask Ralph to tell. There it is. Hold on.
You want that code again?
Oh, you got it sent to you alone, Ann.
Security code for what though? That's probably my thing up there that stands up.
I can't pull it up. If I click on it, it doesn't come up.
I don't have anything from Ralph here.
Maybe Ralph could send it to the whole group. Ralph?
I don't remember sending a chat, but I do have a question, Bill.
Go ahead.
Can you briefly remind me how to set up an album in pictures and then load it with some pictures?
Yep. Okay. When we're working with pictures, we usually, if I open my photos here, this guy, and on my iPhone. There's several ways you can look at your pictures. First of all, it says recents, and that's what I usually go to, something called recents. And there's all my pictures. Okay. And Ralph is saying, well, gee, that's, well, I don't know, I have something like 3,000 pictures. And that's a lot of pictures to go through all the time to hunt for a picture. So what if I wanted to create an album of particular pictures? So I could tap the word select. Here at the top, I would tap select, and I can go and pick some pictures out of recents. Let me pick this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. So I've picked 4 or 5 pictures there. Now I'd like to put those in an album so I could look at them easily. And again, one of the things that you look for is, how do I do this, right? Do I hit this menu over here, or do I hit this share box over here? Well, you can try them both. I think it's the share box. If I hit the 3 dots to get a menu, nah, that says adjacent tab. Oh, it says add to album there. I think I can get to the same place by tapping here. It says add to album. So I can
Bill?
tap either one of those and get to an album. Yes, you have a question?
Yes, this is Ann. Can you go back a moment? You said you do click the share box and that happened?
Well, I click select and I selected the pictures I wanted. And then I can do either of them to get to add to an album.
No, I just went through that with somebody. I just learned it, so I'm not that good. But I thought, gee, add the album, but I don't have an album. And up
I
there
know,
somewhere
I
where,
know.
go
Get
ahead, you
there.
tell us.
Hold your question. I'm going to
Okay.
get,
Okay.
and Ralph's going to say the same thing. But Bill, I haven't created an album yet. Put it in, and
Yep.
it says add to one. So we tap the word add to album. And the first thing that comes up there says new album at the top. Whoa, saved. It saved me. So I tap new album, and I'm going to tap SeaWorld, since that's what the pictures are of. Okay. And then tap
Thank
save,
you.
and then tap save. And now all those pictures go into SeaWorld. Now I have another picture here. Oh, I missed this one. I'm going to select that picture, and I'm going to tap add to album. And this time I'm going to say add to album, but I'm going to find the one that says SeaWorld. Right there it is. And I tap that, and that additional picture goes into there. All
But
right.
I don't think it comes out of the general group, does it? Because I wanted to get them out of there.
That's an excellent, excellent question. All your pictures are in recents.
Okay.
Let that sink in, everybody. All your pictures are in recents. All right. When I choose to make an album of one of those pictures, it remains in recents. The album has a pointer. You don't know that, but an album has a pointer back to the picture in recents. So the picture's only in there once, and you can put it in 25, 50, any number of albums, but it doesn't occupy additional space. So if I go into my albums, so I'm going to go to library here. Well, wait a minute. I've got to go down here to all albums. I'm going to look for the SeaWorld one, and I'm going to select one of those pictures and remove it. So I tap select, I select this picture, and now I'm going to hit the garbage can. It does not, well, let's do it. I hit the garbage can, and it says remove from album. It also says delete. So often I'm asked, what's the difference? If I click remove from album, it's no longer in this album. If I tap the word delete, it removes it from this album, any other album I put it in, and it removes it from recents.
I did that recently, and it was an important photo. The person died, and I had to go to garbage and find it and retrieve it.
And then you hit, no, let me do that. I'm
Yeah.
going to hit delete. And it says this video will be deleted from iCloud Photos on all your devices. It will be in recently deleted for 30 days. So let me do that. So now I've deleted that picture. And if I go back, let's see if I can find it. Recently deleted. Where is it? There it is. And there's recently deleted. I got rid of a few nice, and it's in there for 30 days. I can tap on it and recover it. So it's put back. And it should be back in my SeaWorld pictures. Let's see if it is. And there it is. It's back in my SeaWorld pictures.
I'd
Okay.
like to share something that I experienced. Somehow I downloaded pictures, and I got 3 copies of many in my computer or whatever. And I called Dell, and they said, well, the easiest way is to put your finger on shift, is it, or control, and then tap each one that you want to delete, and then press delete. And that did it. It was voila. I haven't got done yet, but I'm working on it. It was really easy to delete a bunch at once.
Oh, yeah. If I go into my recents
Yeah.
and I tap select, oops, I didn't want to do that. Hold on. And I tap select. Now I can go through and select a bunch of
That's
pictures,
what we did. Yeah.
right? And I keep going here. I want to keep those. Get rid of these guys.
Yeah.
And let's see what else. Whoops. And then hit the garbage can. It says I'm going to get rid of 9 pictures.
I pressed the delete key, which did that. Yeah,
Yep.
it was great. Oh, it saved me a lot. It's going to take a lot of time, but I'll get it done.
Bill, did you have any luck on searching for that photo duplicator?
Yeah, I do. Just hold on a second.
Okay. Because if you got a picture multiple times in your device, I believe there's a technique you can go through to get rid of duplicate pictures.
I tried it and they sent me to the web and then you had to pay for something to download. So I
Right.
did,
I've got a solution, Bill.
Okay.
And I think that you won't be able to display it because you don't have any duplicate pictures. So,
Assume I do.
all right, if you do, tap albums.
Tap albums.
Yeah,
Okay, I gotta go down here to see all albums. Okay,
and then you look down to utilities, and there's a duplicate photos under utilities.
where's utilities? Oh, utilities. I don't have that.
Right. So if you have no duplicate pictures, so if you want to test and see how this works, go to one of your a picture and create a duplicate.
Select. Oh, wait a minute. Open that. Whoops.
Your question turned into the whole class.
And then
I guess another one, an easy way to combine Google Pics with Apple Pics. Yeah.
I just created a duplicate of that one. I'll do it again. Duplicate. Now I've got a bunch of duplicates.
Okay. So now you go in your photos to albums and utilities, and it should have a duplicate section under utilities.
I'm not getting the right place then.
Yeah.
See what I'm doing?
Yeah, because on my phone, it's saying I do have duplicates.
Let me try it on my phone.
So this has nothing to do with linking it from recents into albums. This is just duplicates in the recent.
Yeah, you had
major-
to do it in the recents because you want to create a duplicate picture. If you just create a duplicate in an album, it's just going to add a pointer.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
So we gotta scroll under albums.
Under albums down to utilities. And I haven't done any house cleaning, so it says I have 115 duplicates.
Mine just says recently deleted.
And it says, and then it says if you don't have any duplicate photos or videos in your library, the duplicates album does not appear.
Okay.
I got a new iPad Pro and that picture I retrieved, I've got under utilities duplicate like you mentioned. So
Okay.
that's what you're indicating. I've got it here. Thank you.
Okay.
Bill, this is Ralph again. Since you're such a, you explain and describe so clearly what to do, how do I take the Google pictures I have on my computer and put them in the iCloud with the iPad pictures? Yeah. Apple pictures.
I've gone the other way. I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
Bill, I have a question regarding this duplicate. photo issue. This is Joan. I have some duplicates, but they have been added on different dates. When I say merge, it doesn't give me a choice. And I don't know to what it defaults as far as the earlier date.
Well, if they're duplicates, what's the difference?
Well, they're from an event that I would like to be on the day of the event or the age of the baby.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. I haven't figured that out yet.
Hey, this is Barb. I have a question about duplicates. I only had a few, so I removed them from my iPad. When I look at my iPhone, they're still there. Should they be? They're off the iPad, the duplicates. They're merged.
I would give it half an hour and see if they are,
Okay, will do.
because they're supposed to say synced. And maybe that's why I didn't don't see the duplicates, because it hasn't registered duplicates yet. Okay. Wow, that led to a bunch.
I have another question on photos, sort
Good.
of.
Good.
When somebody sends me a message with a photo, often, even if I don't want to save it, it ends up in my photos. Not always, but often, and I don't know why.
Hey, William, Bill, could you send me a picture?
Sure.
Bill, when I merge these pictures, do I free up space?
Yes.
Well,
That's one of
I could spend
that's
the rest of the class doing that.
that's one of the features in that program you were talking about, with the cleanup program.
Uh-huh.
It's automatically available to you on the iPhone or iPad. You don't need to get that app, but it's one of the features of it.
It sure would save me time. I've got tons.
Well, if you do this, what we're suggesting, it will eliminate all the duplicates all at once, basically.
When you say when you do this, what are you saying? What is
I think
this?
Bill and I talked about.
It's to look down to the utilities in all albums and get rid of duplicates.
No. Yes. You're at recents and you go to utilities and it should say duplicates there.
Yes, it does. It says I only have 2 now.
There you go.
That's because I've been doing this during the class.
I didn't get that yet, Bill.
I know I sent one. I'm trying to see what happened to it.
Where'd it go?
You know, with all these pictures in recents, and I have a lot of an injury that I have on my foot. I've been working for 4 years trying to get rid of. And so I take pictures of my foot periodically. Now I have them all over recents because it's covering about 4 years of time. Is there a way I can congregate them in recents so they're just in one area?
Nope. Recents are
Okay,
there.
thank you.
They're there chronologically. You could
Yes,
go in
that's
and
what I
change,
was afraid.
you could go in and change the date on them if you want. But I don't think you
No,
want.
no, I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So Bill, I've got another question.
Just a
I have
minute.
an iPhone, I have an iPhone 13 and it doesn't have a recents. It's got all photos. Is that the same? But I don't have anything. Let me look over here. Nope.
You're talking about an iPhone or iPad? iPhone? Yes. you are.
iPhone 13.
Yeah, I understand. And I go to my photos. Ooh. And you don't have anything that says, and you
Recent.
and you go to albums there at the bottom.
Yeah, I have, it's in albums, but you were talking about in recents.
And
No,
then it
I've
says,
been sitting here deleting as you've been talking.
understood. And then you have recents. You said you didn't have recents.
Right.
So you went to albums, you scroll to the top of the albums screens, and it should say recents.
Oh, okay. Yep, I got it. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Picture's gone. You should have it.
Nothing. Oh, wait a minute. Boy, it took a long time, Bill. Got it. So now I got this picture. And if you press and hold the picture, it comes up and says save image. That's the only way it can end up in recents. If it was a message, and can you try sending me a message, Bill? Same picture
Sure.
or different picture? And there it is in my photos. See, it showed up on my iPad. A man was telling his neighbor, I just bought a new hearing aid. It cost me $4,000, but it's state of the art and it's perfect. Really, answered his neighbor. What kind is it? It's 1230.
Laughing.
Okay.
Bill, I have a question I sent you, Mary Ann. I got this newer iPad, and sometimes I press something and I get my camera that's supposed to take pictures and I don't want it, and I can't get it off. So then I usually shut it off. But what is there a simple way to sweep and get rid of it?
Yeah, is this your iPad?
Yes, yes. It's an Apple
Whenever
iPad.
you see my iPad here, there's a bar here at the bottom. And I'll go and open my camera and you'll see that same bar at the bottom. Oops, that's pictures again. Camera. There it is. See the bar at the bottom of my screen down here?
Yeah, mine doesn't have that. It just has on the side the.
Do you have a home button? Do you have a home button on yours?
Oh, yeah,
Press the home button.
I did, and it shows live, and it's got a little yellow square in the middle.
Shows live.
Yeah. When I touched it, yeah, now it went live off.
Do the home button twice quickly.
I did, and it shows live.
Quickly.
Yeah, I did real fast. I tapped it quick.
You did a couple, you did more than twice.
It's got, no,
The home button, not the big button on the screen. Not this button.
oh,
Button, wherever.
on the side of my computer.
No. You said you have a home button on your
Well, that
device?
little circle thing, it's a white thing.
Not this.
Wait a minute, not,
This, do you have a home button on your device?
I don't think so.
No, you don't.
Maybe this thing.
Yeah.
Okay, now it went where it gave me how you gotta sweep each thing off that you open. I guess that got me out. So I need to tap it twice is the answer. I
Oh, you
guess.
should be able to tap it once.
Okay, well,
Twice gives you,
now that you told me that, I'll do that. Thank you.
okay.
You've gotten the message, Bill.
I did. So here's another picture that Bill sent me in a message. And the only way to get that into your photos is to tap that little, well, that's one way to get it there, is to tap that little box. And now the picture is in my photos. So you might be inadvertently tapping that little box, which gets it into your photos.
I am so glad to know that that's what does it, because I keep tapping that thing. And that immediately puts it in your photo so you don't have to transfer it any other way.
That's
And
correct.
and it's off your phone, so you can get rid of it from your phone.
No, it's in your photos, which is on your phone. Just a different.
Right, but you've got it as a picture, and you're gonna get rid of it because the kids left the senior community and the wife leaves out candy. You're gonna get rid of that because you don't need it anymore.
Gonna
Or
get
no?
rid of the message. Is that what you mean, Ann?
Really, the picture. I don't need the picture underneath the message because I've already put it in what you did on the side. Oh, I guess just get that out of there.
Well, when you say get it, you're gonna delete the message, not the photo from your
No,
phone.
I'm only gonna delete the photo on the phone because I've already put it elsewhere. Can't do
Okay.
it?
Let me explain something. Elsewhere is in photos on your phone.
Correct.
So you're going to delete the message that has the picture in it.
She wants to keep the message, but not the photo in messages.
That true?
Yes, that's what I'd like to do.
Can't do that I know of.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you
It's
can.
It's in the message.
Right. But you can delete it from the message.
Let's
Every
see.
part of the message comes up separately with a select.
And if you go down to more, there you go.
Okay. Thank you. So if I want to get rid of this message, this picture in messages, after I've saved it, you press and hold the picture, you tap more. Come on. And then hit the garbage can and deletes that particular thing from the conversation you're having.
The other thing you can do in more is where that arrow was down at the bottom. I could forward that, or you could forward that to me.
Yes.
Or anything.
Oh, that's great then. So you could forward that picture to somebody
In
Yeah.
from the message in the more function.
from the message in the more function.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm looking for another item I have with a picture in it. I don't.
A lot
Where-
of times when I
That's
want to
up-
transfer, I snip it. I
Are
get
you-
my snipping tool and snip it, and then I paste it wherever I want.
Well, you can copy it, yeah, and put it in a message. When you use that forward, is that a message?
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, I don't have another one with a picture in it, so I'm not
I
sure.
do. I do. Hold on a second. I'll look. My sister sends me stuff ad nauseum. So yeah, in the forward,
Sherry?
it looks
Sherry?
like all I do is forward it in a message to somebody else.
Then you have to put it to who you want to send. Okay. Thank you.
Something it should be.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Any other question on photos? My goodness.
Yes, I have my pictures both in iCloud and Google. My Google says it's full and they will not save the memories anymore. But they still keep the pictures, it seems like, but they don't send the memories with those. Other than if I pay $2 a month. And I
You're
said,
paying $2 a month to Google already?
I don't. I don't want to pay because I've got iCloud.
Okay, I'm a belt and suspenders kind of guy. So I like to keep them in two different clouds.
Two
So I
different.
paid the extra amount and I think gets you a terabyte or something. But so I decided to do that for my situation.
So you pay both in Google
I
and
pay $2 a month and I pay 99 cents a month to Apple. So um I've got all my pictures in Google and in iCloud. And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, there is an app called Google Photos you can load on your phone. And then when you do it, it says you want to send up all the pictures you have in iCloud to the Google Cloud and basically keep those two synchronized. Now and therefore, when you do that, initially, you've got all your pictures in the Google world and in the iCloud or Apple world.
because it says they'll delete them after.
Well, if you delete a picture from the iCloud, it stays in the Google world.
But
If you if you
Google said they'll just, I'm sorry.
if you delete the pictures in the Google world, it goes back and deletes it from the iCloud world. I'm pretty sure that's the way it works.
Well, Google said they will delete it after a while if you don't pay. They'll
There
delete
you
everything.
go. No, I'm assuming you've paid the amount to have the space. So what Google, I assume what Google's doing is deleting the older pictures in favor of the newer pictures, but I don't know that.
Well, they say won't put the new ones in, but they're
Oh,
still
that's what they're
there.
telling you? They
But
won't put the, okay,
they won't have them in memory. A lot of times they send you a memory, 5 years ago.
yep, yep.
Oh, Bill, just to reiterate, because I don't think I got the end. You have all of your pictures in both iCloud and Google Cloud,
Yes,
and they're synced.
yes,
If you delete a picture from iCloud, it stays in the Google Cloud.
I believe that's true. Yes, I would
Okay.
experiment with it a little bit.
Okay, and if you delete a picture from Google Cloud, it does something else, and I didn't get that.
So I'm going to go to the Google Cloud. See my iPad? And here's the Google Photos. Okay. And there's the picture that Bill sent me. So it's synchronized. Now I'm going to delete that picture. It says delete. And it says this photo will be deleted from the iCloud photos on all your devices. Now I'm not going to do it because I want to go back and go to Google, Apple Photos, and delete that picture. And it'll just delete it from the iCloud. Where am I at? Oh, Google Photos. Hmm. and Apple Photos. I didn't get this picture that I got from Bill sent up there yet, but it should go. So yes, that will happen, Ann.
Thank you, Bill.
Mhm. Any other photo questions? There's a wonderful feature that I demonstrated to you folks before, but I wanted to show it again because I think it's really multi-purposed. If you go to, let me explain what we're trying to do. I would like to have a particular ending on my emails, depending on who I sent the email to. Is there a way I can have various things show up at the end of my emails? Or I can put in a message. And yes, there is. And it's called text replacement. And it's designed that you can type in a few special characters, and those special characters will be replaced, text replacement. They will be replaced by whatever phrase, paragraph, whatever you want. And let me show you how that works. I'm going to go to Settings, General, and just watch for a minute, and then you can do it. Don't worry about doing it on your devices right now. Settings, General, Keyboard, and Text Replacement. And mine's been set up for quite a while with various things. Notice here, it says if I type in WTC, it will type William T. Crowe. If I type in two parentheses together, it will say, have a nice day. If I tap in two at signs in a row, followed by a space, it will type that expression. So you can have multiple things going on here. IBT is I'll be right back. But, make sure it says special characters of some kind. And so if I want an expression like love you, and I'm sending something to my wife, instead of having to type that out every time, I could make a couple special characters for that. How I do that is I tap the plus sign, and I want to type and the character's going to be asterisk asterisk. So now I've saved that. So if I type an asterisk asterisk, my mail, my message, whatever I'm typing on will automatically say that. Love you. Okay.
Thank you, Bill, for reviewing that because I just couldn't get it in my hard head when you were trying to tell me. Thank you. Thank you.
No, that's not a problem. Now I'm going to go to my messages and use that. I'm going to go to my wife. And I'm just going to type asterisk asterisk. Where's the asterisk? Asterisk asterisk followed by a space. Whoops. And it says love you.
What's the reason for typing in a space or using a space?
Just to say I'm done typing with that word, that phrase.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I was in physical therapy, and the person I was working with, generated particular exercises, and he had all this code. Um, level 1, L1, it would put in a paragraph. So he sent me an email. He would type in L1, it would put in a paragraph. Then he would type L3 and it would type in that paragraph. And so I got L1, L3, and L9, right? Whatever, right? Or E1, E3, E9. And I got these big paragraphs of directions of what I was supposed to do. All right.
You got to keep track of what your codes are.
That's true. Okay, so that's text replacement. We've talked about
Wait, how do you get to that keyboard thing now?
oh, you're saying how do you make the entry, Jim?
No, how do you get to where you can do those substitutions?
After you've put them in, after you
No,
said
no.
is that right?
No, I just want to know what do you go in settings to start with? What's the first thing you do?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to settings, general, and then scroll down to where it says keyboards,
Okay.
and then text replacement.
Okay. Thank you.
Gosh, Bill, I've discovered a whole bunch of them in my text replacement that I don't believe I ever put in.
Yeah, there's a bunch in mine too, like OMW, IBT, IWBT.
BTW, yeah, by the way.
Okay.
Love and Hugs is already in there. LOH. Wow. They do that automatically?
Yeah, there's a bunch in there just for you.
It could also be from former classes. We've done this before.
Oh, yeah, could be.
Okay.
Okay, I have another question. I went into settings, general, at keyboard, I missed that one. Never mind. My error.
Good. Okay.
You could go into that text replacement and type the entire description of how to do a text replacement and call it TR. Then when you send an email, if you type the TR space, it would give that whole explanation.
You got it. I was wondering, can you put a picture in there? I'm going to add one. I don't think I can put a picture in there. Wait a minute. No. I was wondering if you could add a picture, but no. Some of us I'm going to change subjects now, if we're okay with that.
Your screen seems to be messed up, Bill.
What do you mean messed up?
Well, I can see part of your iPad screen over on the right-hand side, but there's something covering most of it up. What is it? Maybe.
Now, is there?
No, not now.
Okay.
It's normal now.
Good. All right.
updating to 17?
Automatic. We've
Let
done
me,
that, and nothing worked.
we, when we send messages from our iPhones, we can send them to either people who are on the iPad or on the Apple devices, or to people who are not. So, for example, I'm in messages right now, and if I type in and I say, you see how it comes in green? Green indicates that the person is not on an Apple device, they're on a Android device. What I want to do is I'd like to do the same thing on my iPad, and we can't do it on your iPad unless you have a couple of things set up correctly. Okay, so on your iPhone, could you go to settings? Just a minute. Settings. Scroll down to messages and tap messages.
How far down is messages?
Quite a way. It's in the grouping with passwords. That's led by passwords. And it's a big group. But if you've gone by music, you've gone too far.
I don't seem to have it.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I got to my account in my MLS app. Mercedes, me, and it's not there.
Go back to settings.
I'm back. I'm at settings.
It says settings at the top.
Yep.
If you scroll down slowly, and where the group starts with password, it's in that group.
I see a password. Should I hit on that?
No. Now you scroll down a little bit further and it says messages.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm with you.
Okay, we make sure iMessages is turned on. So that's green. And where it says send SMS, make sure that's on. And MMS messaging is turned on. Okay, so far so good, everybody?
Yes.
There's two things now. Hit the back arrow at the top to go back to settings. And tap your name at the top. And then tap on iCloud. And then tap where it says show all. And scroll down in the show all, or you don't have to scroll anywhere. Make sure messages is turned on. Now, if you would like all those messages you're sending and receiving through to Android people to show up on your iPad, you have to do the following on your iPad. All right, so switch to your iPads and tap Settings. Tap your name at the top. Tap where it says iCloud. And you tap Show All there as well. And you make sure Messages is turned on there. So now your messages are synced between your iPhone and your iPad. Your iPhone will receive and send messages to people who do not have Apple devices. They will be synchronized in the iCloud, and your iPad will pick them up, and you'll be able to send and receive messages from non-Apple users, even though your iPad doesn't do it directly.
Bill, can you sync all of this with your iWatch?
I believe it will show automatically whatever's on your iPhone will show up on your watch as well.
You went through a lot of steps there
Which one?
quite
Which
quickly. Could you repeat all of them, or the iPhone and iPad?
Let's
You
start
know how
with
to get there.
Yep, let's start with the iPhone. We go to Settings. We tap, go down to Messages on the iPhone, and make sure you have SMS and MMS turned on in the messages settings.
Wait, send as SMS should be turned on?
That's correct.
Bill, it worked the first time, but it didn't work the second time. You're on Settings on your iPhone, and you tap your name at the top, correct?
No, I'm not there right now.
Oh, well,
I
that's
guess
what
I'll
you
get
want
there.
to do.
I went to Settings and went to Messages. And if you've already done this, don't do it again. If you go to Settings and Messages, make sure SMS and MMS are turned on. Anybody not there? I can do it again. And then we hit the back arrow on your phones, go back to Settings. Now we scroll to the top. And we have to make sure, now we're saying what we just, let me explain what we did. What we did was we said, hey, I am able to now send and receive messages from Android devices, non-Apple devices. Now we want to make sure we're synchronizing that information with the iCloud. So we scroll to the top of the settings menu on your iPhone. We tap that.
Tap what?
Tap your name at the top of the settings menu. And there it says iCloud. And Ralph's right. We do a lot of steps here. We go to iCloud, and it only shows a couple of things with the iCloud. We want to see all. So we tap see all. And we just
Do
make
you mean
sure.
show all?
Wait. I don't have any see all.
It's show all.
I'm sorry, show all. Thank you. Okay.
I don't have that either. Show
Say
all,
again?
yes, okay, there it is.
And we make sure messages is turned on. In other words, many of you will have it looking like this.
Yeah.
Where it's off. So you click it and you turn it on. See now messages, whoops. Now messages is
Them in the
on.
cloud. Why do you want them in the iCloud?
So you can get them on your iPad.
Oh, if you don't have an iPad, you don't need it. Is that right?
That's correct. But you may want to synchronize them there anyway if you get a new phone, so you have all your messages from your past.
Question, Bill,
Go ahead.
when you buy a new iPhone or iPad and Apple transfers all the stuff from the old one to the new one, are these settings a part of that process? Or
Yes.
you have to start over?
No, you don't. Okay.
Bill, when you're done with this, I have another question, Mary Ann.
Yep. Let me finish up here.
Thank you.
So that's the iPhone. And then we switch over to the iPad. And the only thing we need to do with the iPad is make sure we're syncing with the cloud. So we go to settings, we tap our name at the top, we tap iCloud and show all. And make sure messages is on there so you're synchronizing with the messages that are in the iCloud. Okay, Ralph?
Could you repeat those last three steps?
Yep, we're on the iPad.
Yes,
We go to settings.
yes.
We tap our name at the top of settings menu. And then in this window, we tap iCloud. And when we're there, we tap show all down here at the bottom. And we make sure that the one for messages is on.
Change it. Here. Thanks.
Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Love it. Now, we had another question?
Yes. I got a relatively new iPad and I do my emails on my laptop. And invariably, I have to go to the iPad and delete everything, like go through them and press delete, 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 because I saw it already. Is there any way to synchronize it? When I do it on one, it will knock it off the other? My emails, for example, I go in the morning and I check my desktop, laptop, and I read them, delete them. Then I have to go to the iPad and I see the same messages that I have to slide over each one and delete them.
What's your email address?
H for Henry, M for Mary, A-R, S for Sam, H-E-R, H Marsher at AOL.com.
The only thing I can think of, and this takes more than we can do over here. There are two types of email. Let me see something.
You can send me something on it if it's
No. Let me explain.
Thank you.
Would you do me a favor and on your phone, on your iPad,
Yes,
could you go to settings, mail,
yes, I'm there.
and where it says, you have one there, it says AOL and
Mm.
accounts?
I don't see it. Where would I see that? I've got mail. You help me? Mail.
No, I went to settings, not the app. I go
I'm
to
in
settings,
settings and I press mail like you did.
and then on the right side, you see a bunch of accounts.
Yeah, counts. I got 3. Yeah, I've got iCloud, Gmail, and AOL. Yeah. So
Tap
press
on the
me.
one tap on the one that says AOL.
Okay.
And what's it say at the top?
It says AOL, my H Marsher, and then it's got a blue envelope that says mail that's on and notes is off.
Now, the gray print right above where it says account, what does it say there?
AOL, great.
Does it say anything where I'm circling on my device?
No, I don't have that.
Hmm.
No,
There
I
are
don't.
two types. Yeah, it should say IMAP up there.
No, doesn't say that.
Okay,
Mine says AOL also.
but does not say IMAP.
No, it just says AOL.
And do you synchronize, Bill?
Yeah, I'm synchronizing. I know it's an IMAP because if I have a couple of different sources, and so if I look at it through an individual app, it's um, they are deleting when I delete from one place, so it's the IMAP, not POP.
Yeah, I know. If you tap the little arrow, Bill, does it come up and say IMAP account information? If I tap the arrow to the right of your account name,
To the right.
It says, yeah, I just told him to buy a key, a lock. Told him to buy a lock. It says description is AOL, and then it says outgoing mail server is AOL SMTP server.
That's what I got.
you on your iPad or?
Yeah. Yes,
It's on my iPad. Oh, okay, then I typed advanced.
I
And
press advanced. Let's see.
No, I wasn't.
no, doesn't tell me that.
But it doesn't say IMAP like mine does there at the top. Doesn't say
No.
IMAP account information.
No,
No,
mine says AOL.
mine too.
Hmm. All right, there are two types of accounts. One is IMAP and one is,
POP.
what's it called?
POP.
POP, POP. Thank you.
TOP.
The POP account does not synchronize, and you may have it set up on your computer to be a POP account and on your iPad to be an IMAP account.
Oh,
If you delete it from your iPad first and then go look at your computer, is it removed?
yeah, I don't know.
That would be one test I would run
Okay, I'll check it.
and give it a little time, but it should, if your iPad is set up correctly, it should remove it from the computer one.
Okay,
And then if it does do that, I would delete the account from your computer and re-add it. And that sounds like heresy, I know, but
thank you.
Because if one of them is set up as a POP, it won't tell the other one to delete.
I would like to ask you something. You know, Rosita used to do team view with me, and she would come in and control my computer. Rosita
Yes.
Burke, you probably know her. She's got dementia now.
I know, Rosie, and I do
Yep.
team.
Yeah.
So we could do that sometime if you give me a call.
I would appreciate that so much. Thank you.
Okay. That'd be fine. There's a nice little feature on my iPad that you can see if I do something correctly here. Over here on the right, you see this little dot? Let me move
That's
it
on the
around.
left.
I'm sorry. How about on the left?
Gosh.
Oh, it's that kind of a day, guys. So you see that little dot? That's called assistive touch. And if I go somewhere, that little dot's still there, and if I tap it, it takes me back to the home screen. If I press and hold it, it gives me a bunch of things I can do, right?
Because mine is old.
And if I double tap it, it comes up with Siri. Hi, Siri.
It looks like you haven't set up any HomeKit.
Hi,
It looks like
handsome.
you haven't set up any HomeKit accessories.
I can't find the dot you're talking about.
I know you can't. That's what I'm going to tell you about.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Jumping the gun, sorry.
That's okay. If you would like that little dot, and you can have it do multiple things, especially those of you who may have just gotten an iPhone or an iPad that used to have the home button, well, this can substitute for the home button. So you can do things a little differently here. If you go to settings, and you scroll down, well, you scroll down the settings menu to where it says accessibility. See that?
Yep, got it.
You tap accessibility, and you see where it says touch. You tap that, and then you turn on assistive touch by tapping the little arrow and turning it on. Now you'll have that little button showing up on your screen.
Okay, I got to the touch, and then what did you hit?
I'm at
touch accommodation.
You tap touch,
I'm
and
there.
then at the top, it doesn't say assistive touch.
Yeah, that's where I am. Do that.
You tap that,
Okay.
and you see where it says assistive touch. When you turn that on, the little dot. Okay.
Got it.
And you can customize the little, here it says single tap, takes me to my home screen. Double tap takes me to Siri, and a press and hold takes me to menu. I'm not sure. Okay, takes me to menu. And that
Did we
menu,
do that? Should we put those on? Because mine say different things for the different taps.
so let's make yours look like mine. You tap the little arrow where on single tap, and you can change it to any one of these things. I'd like it to be home. So you tap home.
Is that what we want? Home? Okay.
Yeah, we're just setting it up now. So we'll do that to start with. Okay?
And double tap?
Yeah, no, just single tap where it says home. Oh, now Ann's getting ahead of me. Double tap. You tap, you select that, and you scroll down and make it Siri. What you're doing is setting up how that button is supposed to function for you. And you have a lot of different features here, right?
You've got mail.
And long press, I have open menu, right? Long press, you could do many different things, right?
Mine doesn't have open menu.
When you have long press,
Oh, it was way at the top. I see it.
Good. And then customize the top menu. That's the menu you happen when you long press. Those things appear. And you can customize it. You can change it to many different things. I left mine alone for the most part. But
Bill,
there's,
where do you
yes,
get customized top menu?
Tom, okay, I'm back looking at assistive touch at the top. And it says right down below, it says customize top level
Oh,
menu.
yeah, I was looking down. It's up there. Okay, thank you.
What did you put on long press, Bill?
Long press was home open menu.
Home open. Thank you.
No, not home, but just open menu.
Oh,
That's so I can get the top level menu, which is this guy.
okay. Thank you.
And so I can get to I can get to the control center screen. Oh, there's an option. Hey Jim, there's an option to take a screenshot.
I don't need any more options than that. Okay.
Okay. Oh, and there's one lock rotation. Wow. So they got a bunch of nice things, but you can customize that by just pressing and holding any one of those menus, and it gives you a bunch of choices. I left mine alone, I think. Okay.
So you only turned on the assistive touch and left everything else the same?
Do something for that rotation.
Bill, I've done everything you've said, and I don't have the white dot on my screen now.
You have assistive touch turned on,
Yes,
and you go back to the home screen. And you may need to restart your device. I'm not sure. Let me try something.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
process of rebooting.
Okay. But you should have, it should come on if it says assistive touch at the top. That gets you the button.
It did it for me after rebooting.
Got the
Thank
button
you.
after I booted.
Did it?
Good shape.
All right. Do we have some more questions or not? Anybody? Did I
Bill, I
answer?
sent one in by email just before 10 about dictating.
Go ahead. Tell me what the question is.
Well, you had taught me a long time ago how to say new line, which has been invaluable. But it took me forever to figure out how, when I was dictating, to get a parenthesis. And I noticed that I have found out that you have to say open parenthesis and
Okay.
close parenthesis. But there are other dictating tips I'm sure you know that you could help us with.
No. What, did you do a search for that? Let's do a
Explained
search.
with all you taught me.
Yeah,
and what
it just
exactly
tells you how to do the
it's
settings
for.
for it, but
I
it
was
doesn't
reading
tell you
all that
anything
stuff, and
specific to
I
say.
said something and Siri acted up. Thank you.
I looked it up and it just tells you how to do the settings so that you can dictate, or that it tells you to turn the microphone on and speak, but it doesn't tell you specifically how to deal with punctuation.
Here we go. New paragraph, starts new paragraph. No space on. No
Okay.
space. Tab key.
And where is that?
Well, I just, there we go.
Can you post it in the chat what the link is?
Let me do that.
Commands for dictating text on Mac. That's presumably the same as, okay.
Barb, I just put it on the internet. Just put it on the chat. And here are the different commands.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
All these, wow. Semicolon, asterisk, new line, numeral. Wow. This person's pretty intelligent, right? Okay.
I
Any
went
other
through
questions?
that dot stuff you taught me, and boy, that's cool. I like all that. Thank you.
Yep. Okay, everybody. I did send it, didn't I? Hold on. Okay, I sent it to everybody.
That's very helpful. Thank you, thank you.
Okay. Anything more? Boy, covered a lot of ground today, folks.
I want to say, Bill, this has been one of the most informative 2 hours that you've ever produced. All these answers to all these questions.
Good, we'll do it again. We'll do it again. Next week, we're going to talk about health app, using the health app on your iPhone and Apple Watch.
Good.
And Harry came into the office an hour late for the third time in the week. What's the story this time, Harry? His boss asked sarcastically. Let's hear a good one this time. Harry sighed. Everything went wrong this morning, boss. The wife decided to drive me to the station. She got ready in 10 minutes, but then the drawbridge got stuck. I swam across the river. See, my suit's all damp. Ran out to the airport. Got a ride on a helicopter, landed on top of the Radio City Music Hall, and got carried piggyback by one of the Rockettes. His boss says, you'll have to do better than that, Harry. But that's what happened. You don't believe me? Simple. No woman ever got ready in 10 minutes. Oh, come on, that wasn't that bad.
Unfortunately, that's true.
All right. All right, folks.
See you next
Have a
week. Thanks.
Have a-
Thanks
Thank you
again,
very
Bill.
much.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Bill.
Bill.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Thank
Good
you.
class.
Take
Happy
care.
Thanksgiving, everyone.